The USA Radio Network presents the greatest radio programs of all time.
Suspense.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Dragnet.
This is classic radio theater.
Gangbusters.
I was a communist for the FBI.
Lights out, everybody.
Now here's your host, Wyatt Cox.
Dick Kollmar stars as Boston-Blackie. This episode originally broadcast on July 16th, 1946, The Murdered Truck Driver.
Right two, side of French, John Drop hair in the dark. Anything else, fellas?
That'll be all for me tonight, Madge.
Same here.
Okay. Be up in a minute.
Say, Mark, do me a favor, will you?
What, Billy?
I don't think I better ride the truck with you tonight. I'm not feeling so good.
You're not, huh?
No. You can drive the load through without me anyhow. Call the office and cover for me, huh?
Sure, I'll cover for you, Billy. But you ain't kidding anybody. I know you're not sick.
No?
We're traveling a dark route, and we're picking up a valuable load later on.
Well, I know that, but I tell you, I don't feel so good.
Don't pull that one on me. You probably got a date with the counter gal, Madge. Well, you can have off tonight, just this once. I'll tell the office you were sick, and I know you're not.
Well, thanks, Mark. I'll do a favor for you sometime.
Skip it. Maybe you are sick. When I think how some guys would like to have what I'll be toting in my truck tonight, and what they might do to get it, I don't feel so good myself.
And now, on to Dick Kollmar as Boston-Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy. Friend to those who have no friend.
Yes.
Boston-Blackie,
Yes?
may I come in?
Yes, I think you'd better. I'd rather have you cry in here than out in the hall.
I won't cry, I promise.
You needn't keep that promise if you don't want to. A woman in tears means a woman in trouble. What can I do for you?
My name's Linda Crane.
I'm sure you don't want me to do anything about that. You have a bruise there on your cheek. What's on your mind?
The bruise that's on my cheek. My husband hit me.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't think...
That's not what I came to see you about. You see, we had a fight. He left, and I haven't seen him since.
Since when?
Well, it's been 24 hours since he's been home. I'm worried. It's not like him not to come home after work.
Where does he work?
For the big Green Line Trucking Company. He's a driver.
And his name?
Mark Crane.
Well, why come to me about it?
Well, you're a private detective, and I thought...
Oh, no, Mrs. Crane. I'm no detective. Just someone interested in seeing the little fellow get a square deal. I think you'd better take your troubles to the police.
No, I can't do that. I can't.
All right. I'll tell you what. You go on home and relax. If your husband doesn't show up in another 24 hours, let me know.
All right.
Good. Now, go on home and don't worry. You and your husband just had a fight, and maybe he's just afraid to come home. But look, when he does come home, don't turn the other cheek.
I won't.
Good. You're feeling better already about...
Blackie.
Oh, hiya, Mary. Come on in. This young lady was just leaving. Goodbye, Miss Crane.
Goodbye, Blackie. Thanks.
What did she want? And who gave her that present on her cheek?
She wanted me, and the present was a gift from her husband.
Mm-hmm. Isn't love wonderful?
Yes. And now she's worried about him. Hasn't been home in 24 hours.
Oh, what's her husband do besides giving his wife testimonials of his affection?
Drives a truck for the big Green Line. A fellow named Mark Crane. Well, anything interesting in the paper?
I don't know. I bought it without looking at it.
Well, let's see who made the headlines today.
Not you, Blackie. You made them last week. Here you are.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Mary, look at this.
What?
Look who took my place in the headlines today.
Who?
A driver for the big Green Line Trucking Company.
And his name was Mark Crane.
And you know what that means, Mary. Mrs. Crane's missing husband turned out to be a found corpse.
Ooh. Who are you calling, Blackie?
Calling Faraday. I laughed at Mrs. Crane for worrying about her husband, so the least I can do is help her find out who killed him.
Police department?
Rollins?
Yeah?
Let me speak to Faraday.
He's not here. It's been a murder and hijacking the big Green Line Trucking Company. He's over at the Big Green Line offices.
Good. I'll run right over there and give him a hand.
Oh, no, you won't. The inspector's got police guards at the Big Green Line offices just so you won't get near the place.
Well, thanks for telling me, Rollins. Now, you get on the phone, call Faraday, and tell him to count me in because he won't be able to keep me out.
Yes, Mr. Green. It's just what it looks like. A simple case of murder in the process of hijacking one of your trucks.
But will you catch the men who killed my driver, Inspector Faraday?
Sure, I'll catch him. Why, does that window washer have to make all that noise?
I think he's signaling us to open it.
I'll wash him up.
No wonder it's locked. I'll take care of it.
As I was saying, Mr. Green.
There, it's open now.
Do you have any idea who wanted the load that truck was carrying?
Mind if I come in?
No, wash your windows and get it over with.
Maybe I ought to wash my face first.
Blackie, what do you do? What's the use?
You surrender, dear? Help me through the window, will you, Faraday? I'm not used to this sort of thing.
I'd rather push you through it.
What is this, anyhow?
This is Boston-blackie, Mr. Green.
Oh.
Now he's a window washer.
Quiet, Faraday. You'll wake up your brain. Here, pull me in.
I'd really like to pull you in. Here, give me a hand.
Sure.
There.
Thanks, Faraday. Thank you. Where were you and Mr. Green before I so politely interrupted?
Why, we were just...
What now?
Excuse me. Come in.
Mr. Green. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, come in, Joe. Come in.
I didn't know you had company, Mr. Green.
Well, this is company. Maybe you'll want to meet Joe. Joe Baxter, Inspector Faraday of the police, and Boston-blackie.
How are you?
How do you do, gentlemen?
Joe's my foreman and chief dispatcher.
Do you have any idea who killed that driver, Joe?
Oh, no, I don't, Inspector. In fact, I wasn't here yesterday. See, it was my day off. Mr. Green, here are the route reports from yesterday.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
I'll be around if you need me. I'll be in my office in the garage.
Good. I may want to talk to you later.
Oh, sure, Inspector.
Now to get back to where we were before Joe came in. Where were we?
Why, we were...
Don't tell him a thing, Mr. Green. It's none of his business.
Oh, but it is, Faraday. The dead driver's wife came to see me a couple of hours ago. She thought her husband was missing.
He was missing, all right. He was right out of this world. But since when do people come to you to look for missing persons? Haven't they ever heard of me?
Certainly. That's one reason why they come to me.
I've heard all I want to hear from you. Now, I've got to get to work and find out who hijacked that truck. Whoever did it also killed Mark Crane.
Now, there is a brilliant piece of deduction. Go to the head of the class, Faraday, which is quite a distance from where you usually sit. What makes you think the truck was hijacked?
Because, wise guy, when we found the truck, it was empty.
Inspector, I've been trying to tell you about that. The truck Mark Crane was driving couldn't have been hijacked. It was traveling empty.
What?
Well,
Shut up, Blackie. Whatever you were going to say, don't say it. Why didn't you tell me that truck was empty, Mr. Green?
I've been trying to ever since you came in, Inspector Faraday, but you were too busy telling me about you.
Faraday's brain was hijacked years ago, and the loot was never recovered.
I'll recover you. I'm going to uncover something on this case, but not while you're around. I'll see you later, Mr. Green.
Fine, Inspector.
Don't go away mad, Inspector.
I'd rather go away the way I am than stay here and let you drive me crazy.
It's not a drive, Faraday. For you, it's just a short walk.
Blackie, one of these days I'll... Well, it's a good thing there's a law against it.
Good old Faraday. I'm really very fond of him. Now, Mr. Green, let's get started. What can you tell me about Mark Crane, the dead driver?
Nothing, Blackie. He was new here. I'd never even met him.
Oh, I see. Are you in the habit of letting new men take trucks out alone?
Oh, he wasn't alone, Blackie, at least not when he started out. Billy Johnson was riding with him when the truck left here.
Uh-huh. Well, what happened to him?
I don't know. He hasn't been heard of since the accident.
Disappeared, huh? Well, when you do hear from him, I want to hear from you. I'll see you later, Mr. Green.
All right. I hope you can find out something pretty soon. I'm a little leery about letting my trucks roll again until this thing's cleaned up.
My friend Mary Wesley's in your outer office. Between the two of us, we ought to dig up something. You'll hear from me, Mr. Green. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, window washer.
Hi, Mary. Let's get to work.
My, I didn't have to wait out here as long as I thought.
Well, don't be happy about it. I got out sooner than I thought I would because what I got out of Mr. Green was practically zero.
Well, what Inspector Faraday got out of him must have been even less. Wow, was he angry when he went by me.
When isn't he angry? Is this the way out?
Nope. This is the way I came in. Or is that the same thing?
Don't ever try to find any difference, Mary. It'll take a lifetime.
I parked the car right down this way.
Good.
Did you find out anything from Mr. Green?
I found out what was in the hijacked truck.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Now, Blackie, don't be coy. What was in the truck?
I told you nothing.
I know that's what you told me. Nothing. Now tell me what was in the truck.
Nothing. Want me to spell it for you? N-O...
N-O, no. But, Blackie, if there wasn't anything in the truck, then why was it held up?
That is something we've got to find out. Interesting question, isn't it?
It's too interesting. Well, we don't know why anyone would want to rob an empty truck, but I'll tell you something I know.
What?
I wasn't wasting my time while I was waiting for you.
What were you doing, whittling?
You mean I quit me in the dark?
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was detecting.
Oh, what'd you find out?
Something very interesting about that dead driver. Mr. Green's secretary told me that, although nobody was supposed to know it, the dead driver was Mr. Green's nephew.
Yeah, that's it. What'd you say?
It isn't what I said, darling. It's what she said. Mark Green, or Mark Crane, rather, was Mr. Green's nephew.
Yeah, I heard that. I also heard Mr. Green say he didn't even know the dead driver.
Now, why would he say that?
In murder cases, there's a reason for almost anything, Mary, including the murder itself. Say, this case is getting more interesting every minute.
Well, then I did the right thing when I talked to the secretary.
You sure did, Mary. And you can do something else, too. The dead driver started out on his route with a writer named Billy Johnson. Johnson disappeared.
Oh, my gosh, you don't expect me to find him, do you?
No, but find out all you can about him, huh?
All right, I will. What are you going to do?
Well, the dead man's wife was nice enough to drop in on me. I think I'll repay the visit. I've just been washing windows, so maybe she'll help me see through this case.
I know your husband's death must be a shock to you, Mrs. Crane, but I've got to ask you a few questions.
Why, of course, Inspector Faraday.
Now, first of all, you went to see Boston-Blackie today. Why?
I went to see Boston-Blackie.
Yeah.
Oh, Inspector, you must be mistaken.
You didn't go to see Boston-Blackie?
Oh, no.
Well, I'll get it, Mrs. Crane.
Oh, thank you.
Look, if you're... Blackie, what are you doing here?
I'd ask the same thing of you, only I know the answer.
Oh, you do you?
Sure. One of the things you're doing is checking to make sure my story about Mrs. Crane coming to see me is true.
That's right. And you were lying, Blackie. She didn't come to see you.
What? Mrs. Crane, how can you say that?
Now, I'll tell you how she can say it. Like this. I didn't go to see Blackie.
But that's not true. Why do you lie to her, Mrs. Crane?
I don't know.
Don't answer, Mrs. Crane. You don't have to. I'm leaving, Blackie. You're leaving with me.
Oh, no, not yet, I'm not.
Come on. Mrs. Crane doesn't want to be bothered.
If she doesn't like my being here, she can call a cop. You can tell her where to find one, can't you, Faraday?
Blackie, one of these days I'm going
to... Oh, no, you won't, Faraday. Remember, there's a law against it. You said so yourself. Well, now what's this all about? Why did you tell him you didn't come up to see me today?
Why? Because I never did go to see you.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
You wait. A minute, an hour, as long as you like. So far as I'm concerned, Blackie, I've never even seen you before in my life.
July 16th, 1946, Boston-Blackie on Classic Radio Theater.
This is an urgent health notice for all residents suffering from back, neck, knee, and wrist pain. You may qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you, but the deadline is fast approaching. Simply call the Health Alert Hotline now.
You heard right. You may qualify for a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace. These items may even be covered by Medicare or your private insurance. The Health Alert Hotline is your brace company. These specialized braces have been tested for pain relief. Call us toll-free right now to determine your eligibility and to learn how to use your private insurance or Medicare to minimize your out-of-pocket cost. Don't wait. If the deadline passes, you may lose your opportunity to get a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace at little or no cost to you.
800-223-3831. 800-223-3831. 800-223-3831. That's 800-223-3831.
I used to wonder when I saw people going into nice hotels, really nice hotels, taking a pillow with them. That was before I got a MyPillow, because I know it doesn't matter where I'm going. Whether I'm going to a 1-star, 3-star, 5-star hotel, MyPillow goes with me. whether it's just overnight or whether it's on vacation. And here's the great deal about MyPillow right now. The lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow. The lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. And it's still the same pillow. Great pillow, 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty. And call them, 1-800-951-8175, or go to MyPillow.com, use promo code USA, click on the 2-pack special, and get the best deal you've ever gotten on a good night's sleep when you get a MyPillow.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help.
800-961-3408. 800-961-3408. 800-961-3408. That's 800-961-3408.
Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Dick Kollmar starring as Boston Blackie from July 16th, 1946, the murdered truck driver.
And now back to Boston Blackie. Mark Crane, truck driver, is found shot to death on a lonely road. Obviously, his murder is the work of hijackers. But it is later learned the truck was traveling empty. Also, Billy Johnson, the dead man's rider, has been missing since the murder. And to add to the mystery, Linda, the dead man's wife, who came to Blackie to report her husband missing, later denies she's ever seen Blackie before. As we return to our story, Blackie telephones Mary Wesley, who has been trying to find out something about the missing Billy Johnson.
Hello?
Hello, Mary. This is Blackie. You got back to your apartment at last, huh?
Yes, I just a second got in.
Good. Find out anything?
Sure did. Billy Johnson has a sweetheart named Madge. She's a waitress at the Rest a While. That's a roadside restaurant on Highway 19.
Well, in that case, I know I can find out if Billy Johnson was on that truck when it was held up. I think I'll go out to the Rest a While and see his sweetheart.
All right, Blackie, but remember, she's his sweetheart.
I know, so you better come with me.
Why? Don't tell me you're afraid to be alone with Billy Johnson's girlfriend.
No, but if that truck driver caught me alone with his sweetheart, I wouldn't want to be alone with him.
31, hold the ice. Yeah, what's yours?
Your name, Madge?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Oh, nothing. You're Billy Johnson's girl, aren't you?
Yeah, how'd you know?
I'm a friend of Billy's.
Yeah? Well, Billy never told me he had a pal who drives a swell car.
Oh, that thing parked out there. I borrowed it from a friend.
Yeah? And the dame in it. I suppose you borrowed her, too.
For a while. She comes with a car, Deluxe Equipment.
One of Billy's pals, all right. All Billy's pals tell bum jokes.
Well, we can't all be good. Look, I gotta find Billy. He used to tell me you always knew where he was.
He told you that, huh? Okay. He's living at Hyler's Cabins, shack number 6. It's just down the road here, a couple of miles. He's using the name of Ralph Rogers.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Well, so long.
You're leaving?
Yes, but I'll be seeing you again.
Make it soon, will you? I didn't know Billy had such a good-looking friend.
And I didn't know Billy had a girl with such good taste. See ya.
See that you do.
Let's go, Mary. I got what I wanted.
I saw that girl you were talking to. What did you get? Information or a date?
Neither. An address. And not hers, Billy Johnson's.
Good. Where to, Master?
Hyler's Cabins.
And when we talk to Mr. Billy Johnson, then what?
We'll find out two things, I hope. Why someone would hijack an empty truck, and how it was that Billy wasn't killed, too. The place we're going to is just a few miles now. Here we are, Mary. Shack 6.
You want me to wait out here?
Might as well.
All right.
You drove me so close to this door, you can sit right here and still satisfy those nosy ears of yours.
Nosy ears. What a picture.
Say, this place at Johnson's, what a dive.
Mm-hmm.
On second thought, it's too small for a dive. It's more like a dip.
No answer?
No answer. So maybe nobody's home.
So maybe the door's open.
So maybe you're right.
Well, nobody home?
Did you say nobody, Mary? You should have said a body.
A body?
Yes, and definitely a dead one. Well, I wanted to know why Billy wasn't killed. Now I want to know why he was.
Say, Mr. Green, since that hijacking yesterday, I'm having a lot of trouble getting a driver to make the night run.
I can imagine so, Joe, but we've got to get the Oh, come in.
Hello, Mr. Green.
Oh, hello, Blackie. Come in. Remember Joe, our foreman, don't you?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice to see you.
Have you found out anything yet, Blackie?
Nothing that tells me why an empty truck should be hijacked, but I did find Billy Johnson, the dead driver's rider. But he couldn't talk.
Well, why not, Blackie?
He was dead, Joe.
Oh, dead? What?
Yes, I found him in his shack, shot to death.
Oh, this
I
is
think
terrible. Come in.
Mr. Green, I'd like... Oh, I didn't know you had company.
Well, Mrs. Crane, the girl who insists she doesn't know me.
You know this young lady, Blackie?
Yes, but only to be ignored by.
I know, too, Mr. Green. She's Mark Crane's wife.
And I think she's just in time to hear some interesting news, too.
News?
Well, it's going to make news one of these days. I have a clue to your husband's killer, Mrs. Green.
A clue?
What is it?
You sure, Blackie?
Positive. As soon as I check on it, I think I'll be able to name the murderer. I'd like to look around your garage, Mr. Green. Mind?
No, in fact, I'll show you around myself.
Good, let's go.
Right away. Oh, Mrs. Crane, is there something I can do for you?
Yes, I came to see about the compensation papers my husband carried with your company, Mr. Green.
Oh, yes, of course. Joe, will you take her down to the ground floor and look over those papers with her?
Sure, I'll be glad to.
Fine. All right, Blackie, we'll look over my plant. Where do you want to start?
In your garage to see if any of your empty trucks are loaded for murder. Say, this is some garage, Mr. Green.
Well, it has to be, Blackie. We're one of the biggest hauling companies in the city.
Yes, I know. But one more murder and the big green line may be in the red, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Any of the trucks loaded yet?
No, they always leave here empty.
I see. And the death truck was empty, too. It left here, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Dick Kollmar, starring as Boston-Blackie. Dick had a lot of roles in mostly stage plays, but he also did some film. But his biggest role was on radio, not just with Boston-Blackie, but his morning show with his wife, Dorothy Kilgallen. The conclusion in 4 minutes on Classic Radio Theater. You know, for a while I worked in a hotel, and I really used to go, why do people bring their own pillows with them? Well, once I got a MyPillow, I understood. Because doesn't matter how good the hotel is, doesn't matter whether it's a 2-star, 3-star, 5-star hotel, it doesn't matter how nice the hotel is if you don't get a good night's sleep. And the key to getting a good night's sleep is a MyPillow. Now, the best deal ever offered on MyPillow right now. You go to MyPillow.com, enter our promo code USA, click the 2-pack special, and folks, you're going to get 2 MyPillow premium pillows for $69.98. That's $34.99 per pillow, the lowest price ever offered on radio or TV. Now, it's the same MyPillow we've been talking about for months. It stays cool all night long. You don't wake up and flip the pillow over in the middle of the night. It keeps its shape. You don't have to fluff it up in the middle of the night. 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty, and that's the deal. Try it for 60 days. You don't like it, send it back. 10-year warranty. Tell me another pillow you've got that's got a 10-year warranty. No. And the great thing is it's always as clean and fresh as new. If you get in a mess or after, a couple of weeks, throw it in the washing machine, toss it in the dryer, fluff it up, and you got a brand new MyPillow. The lowest price ever offered on MyPillow. 2 MyPillow premium pillows, $69.98, $34.99 a pillow. You see if you can find a price like that anywhere else. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 2-pack special, enter my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175. The best deal ever. And by the way, that promo code USA works on anything on the MyPillow website, MyPillow.com. Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Want to thank our friend Ted over at RadioMemories.com, who has this episode of Boston Blackie available. You can find it by going to RadioMemories.com or contact Ted directly over at RadioMemories.com. He'll get you fixed up with Volume 6 of Boston Blackie. And now the conclusion of Boston Blackie, July 16th, 1946.
Say, what's this here on the wall? A bulletin board?
Yes, that's where the drivers get their pickup orders.
See? Who posts these notices?
Joe, my foreman. He's the dispatcher here, except on his day off. Then I post the orders myself.
Then you're the one who routed the truck driven by Mark Crane.
Yes, I was. It was Joe's day off. But the order I posted was a reroute notice. A last-minute change from the order posted the day before. The truck skipped a stop where it was supposed to pick up a load, a place called Cassie's.
Uh-huh. Look, Mr. Green, while you have a chance, why don't you tell me the truth about the dead driver?
What do you mean, the truth?
I mean, you denied even knowing him, but I happen to know he's your nephew.
Oh, you found that out, did you? Well, I wanted to keep it a secret. I thought if the other drivers knew it, it would be bad for their morale.
You think your men didn't know it? Joe, your foreman, knew Mark's wife. I'm sure he knew who Mark was, too.
No, I suppose it was foolish of me. Oh, dear, I forgot something. Hey, excuse me a minute. I'll have to run back upstairs to my office.
Sure, go ahead. I'll look around your garage alone till you get back.
All right.
Hey, you, look out, the truck's full.
Holy mackerel.
Jump, Bud.
I'm jumping as far as I can.
Blackie, who tried to hit you with that truck? Mr. Green?
Joe, the foreman. Linda Crane, Mary. I'll tell you this, though. The reason that truck was hijacked yesterday was because the murderer thought it was full. It didn't make a stop he thought it was going to make.
I don't understand.
Green told me he posted a reroute order for the truck that was hijacked. This is obviously what happened. The original orders were to pick up a load at a place called Cassie's. Let's call that A. Then drive to B to reload the load. The truck was hijacked between A and B.
Oh, I get it. The last-minute orders were for the truck not to stop at A.
Yes, so it went straight from the garage to B empty. But the hijacker thought it was carrying the load it was supposed to pick up at A.
Yes, but who was the hijacker?
I'll tell you that when I tell it to Faraday.
Aw, can't I be the first to know?
Nope. And I've got to get to Faraday and tell him about finding Billy Johnson's body. Come on, let's go down to headquarters and pick him up. So we can take him to the Big Green Line Trucking Company to pick up a killer. I have a little disappointment for you, Mr. Green. You're about to lose another of your employees.
There's been more trouble, Blackie?
No, but there's been enough. And to put a stop to it, I think you'd better hand your foreman here over to Inspector Faraday.
What? What do the police want with me?
Nothing much, Joe. Just your personal appearance in the death cell heading for that little green door.
Death cell? What for?
The murder of Mark Crane and Billy Johnson.
Why, you're crazy.
I think so, too, Blackie.
I know, Faraday. You hope I'm wrong. Sorry to disappoint you, but I know I'm right.
But Blackie, this is impossible. Now, what could Joe gain by hijacking an empty truck? And he'd know it was empty. Know it better than anybody.
Yeah.
Mr. Green, Joe here was the only one in this company who knew the truck was filled. There was a last-minute change yesterday that kept it from stopping at Carsey's, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Well, Joe wasn't here yesterday when that last-minute change was made.
Why, that's right, he wasn't. What about that, Joe?
I don't see what difference that makes.
Makes a lot of difference to you. You made a mistake about that, Joe. But that isn't the only mistake you made.
What do you mean?
You're pretty stupid, Joe. You tried to kill me in the garage a little while ago, but I don't blame you for that. The really stupid thing you did was to leave your fingerprints on the door of that hijacked truck.
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I'm not taking any chances.
All right, Joe, don't move.
Hey, look, wait. Put away that gun. I didn't mean
I know, you didn't mean to kill anybody. Come on, you're going down to headquarters.
Let go of me, copper. Let's go.
Don't worry, Joe. Don't worry. He'll let you go. But the place where he's going to let you go is the place where they're going to let you have it.
Blackie, where are we going?
Out to see our friend Madge at the rest a while.
To console her about the loss of her boyfriend, Billy Johnson?
Oh, not exactly, Mary. But she gave me a tip as to where I could find him. I thought we might have a sandwich at her place and give her a little tip, too.
Well, all right, as long as it doesn't involve making a date with her.
Jealous?
No. But her last boyfriend was murdered. I don't want you to be the next.
Next murdered and next boyfriend.
You know perfectly well what I mean. Blackie, Mrs. Crane denied knowing you because she was afraid she'd be involved in the murder. Isn't that right? But did that foreman say why he killed Billy Johnson, too?
The same old story, Mary. Johnson was in on the plan. That's why he didn't ride the truck the night of the murder. He knew the foreman killed Crane, so the foreman had to kill him, too.
Well, you made sure the foreman was caught. In fact, I'd say you saw to it that he went from the big green line right through the little green door.
July 16th, 1946, Dick Kollmar as Boston-Blackie. And a reminder, you can get a totally uninterrupted version of this program by going to radiomemories.com. Ted'll get you fixed up. Just tell him why it sent you by from Classic Radio Theater. Coming up next, we will take you to soap opera land.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Well, I'm searching for the perfect balance. There's hundreds of thousands of chemicals just in an apple alone, and hundreds of thousands in an orange, and all of them. If I can just remove the water without damaging all of the other chemistry, then I can pack it more dense. I never imagined that I would be able to get it down to 3 fruit capsules and 3 vegetable capsules and have the same nutrient value as eating over 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day.
Experience the difference for yourself. Receive 25% off your first preferred purchase of Balance of Nature. Plus, get a set of convenient travel bottles containing a free additional week's supply of Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You will still receive free shipping on every order. This is a limited offer and may end at any time. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code USA.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-318-1574 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-318-1574. Again, that's 800-318-1574.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand and you care about your credit, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 6 million people with credit card debt. Without destroying your credit, they can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. The program works. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-406-0046. 800-406-0046. That's 800-406-0046. Consolidated Credit Counseling Services, Inc., 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 80092. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action, not a loan company.
Now on Classic Radio Theater, another one from Ted's collection over at RadioMemories.com. This, a CBS soap opera entitled Hilltop House. This program aired from 1937 until 1957, and for over 40 years it kept housewives happy. This particular program was sponsored by Alka-Seltzer. Let's tune in to the troubles at Hilltop House from July 16th, 1953.
Alka-Seltzer, first aid for the relief of headaches, acid indigestion, and muscular aches and pains. Alka-Seltzer brings you Hilltop House. And now, Hilltop House.
Julie?
Oh, Mr. Clabber?
Uh-huh. I hear you got an appointment that's going to take you away from the orphanage, but if you don't mind, I'd like a few words with you first.
Oh, well, please come right in.
Thank you. Well, Julie, now that my niece Gladys is here helping out, I'd kind of like to hear a report on their capabilities. And if you got some complaints, don't you hold back on them. I'd like to hear them, too.
Well...
Oh, yeah, now, Julie, since you're thinking so hard and so long to come up with an answer, guess you got no objections to my niece so far. And that's fine, because I don't want you worrying about the orphanage. You got plenty on your mind with your marriage, only a week off. And... Say, I heard Reed just got back from a little trip. He go off on business?
In a way, yes.
He's a humdinger, that feller. You know that Pearson property over on Maple Street? Well, everybody was saying he was a fool to buy it. And I'm telling you, I thought for sure he'd made a mistake that time. Well, have you heard a soda pop factory's opening up in Glendale and going to build on that land? Yeah. And Reed's the boy who sold him a bill of goods to set up here instead of Madison City. Oh, I tell you, he's a smart feller. And he's so young, too. Some people call him lucky, you know. But I say you gotta have something to go with the luck, and Reed's got it. Oh, he is a humdinger.
I think he's pretty nice.
Pretty... That's rich. Well, now about my niece.
Well, I think it's too soon to give any real criticism. She feels nervous about taking over, but that's to be expected because I'm still here.
Well, now, if you've got anything you'd like to tell her and you don't want to say it straight to her, why, I'd be glad to take the criticism and pass it along. Now, mind you, Julie, we all understand she's trying to take over your job as best she can. And don't forget, we're considering that as a temporary substitute till somebody more qualified comes along. Providing Gladys don't turn out right. Now, I'm saying she will, though.
Well, the big test will come when she has to deal with problems. Since she's had the experience of raising a child, that will be of help.
Yeah, she's been a good mother. Got a fine boy.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problems of orphans are a little different sometimes.
Oh, no, not too different. And my niece ain't one to pass over a problem. And you know she ain't too proud to come for help when it's over her head. And if you're away, then she'll go straight to Grace Dolben. Now, Gladys is a lot smarter than she looks and sounds. And I believe you can leave Hilltop in her hands in full confidence, Julie.
Well, to be quite frank, I'd feel more reassured if your niece had had some experience in child guidance, in addition to being a mother.
Oh, well, now, Julie, you can't have everything, you know. You're up on the book learning, and she's had the experience of being a mother, so, well, that way you sort of balance each other. Huh? But you remember my words, Julie. My niece will turn out to be a big surprise to folks. She'll take hold. All she needs is the time.
Will you excuse me?
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
Hello?
Hello, Julie. It's me again.
Oh, hello, Nina.
More snags on the dinner party.
Oh.
I wish you could come over and help me decide something.
Well, right now, I'm going over to Reed's. He's expecting some people at 4.
Oh, couldn't you manage a few minutes to stop here first? So I don't wind up with half of Glendale mad at me because they didn't get invited to a dinner party for you?
Well, all right. I'll come by for a minute. I'll see you soon.
Julie, don't let me keep you if you got things to do. I know a bride don't never have enough time, so you go along about your work and business, and I'll finish up my visit with Gladys. I see she's out in the garden swing.
Will you remind her that I've promised the children a picnic supper? And if she wants to get things ready for it, I'd appreciate it.
A picnic supper, huh? Yes. Hey, that's a nice little treat. Yeah, sure, I'll remind her, Julie. Say, you go ahead. Don't you worry about a thing. Have yourself a nice time.
All right.
And you give my greetings to Reed, huh?
I will. Thank you, Mr. Clapper.
A picnic supper. But they'll have hot dogs and toasted buns and pickles and maybe some corn.
Hello, Uncle Frank.
I'm coming down there to sit, Gladys.
Oh, it's so pleasant and cool out here. That's one of the nice things here. You can always find some cool, shady spot.
Yeah, well, move over, Gladys, and I'll sit with you.
Oh, do you think this... Oh, there goes Miss Julie.
Over to visit with her cousin Nina. That's Dr. Jeff Browning's wife.
Yes, I know. He's our doctor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and after that, Julie's going to her fiancé's house. Some folks are dropping in. Julie's marrying an important man, yes, sirree.
What'd she say about me?
Well, you're behaving all right because she didn't find no fault. She's pleased so far, and I'm confident the whole orphanage board's going to feel the same.
Well, I'm trying my best to please, but something you said to Mrs. Dolben makes me feel bad.
Oh, now what's that?
Well, you spoke like I'm only a temporary replacement, and I wanted to feel I was the real head matron.
Gladys, what I tell Mrs. Dolben and Julie don't have to be what you and me know.
What does that mean?
Well, now, you got to understand diplomatic relations when you're dealing with matters of public affairs.
Huh?
Well, what I'm saying is when you got a goal in mind, I mean when I got that goal in mind and I want things to work out, I just don't take folks into my confidence too much. See? I give it to them little by little, so I don't run into any extra opposition, you see?
I think so.
The way things are, Mrs. Dolben and Julie would be a lot more critical if they figured you were here permanent. By figuring it's only temporary, they'll let things go by easy like. You get me?
Oh, Uncle Frank. You're just the smartest man there ever was for knowing just how to do things right.
Well, I do my best. But you won't make a mistake listening to me.
Of course I will. But I want you to know that there are things around Hilltop I don't like one little bit, and I'm going to change them.
Move over. You're crowding me. You just wait till Julie leaves to be married.
Don't you worry about that, Uncle Frank. I've got them all thinking that I want to keep everything just like it is. And I'm not worried the least little bit now about managing. You won't be sorry you got me in here.
But, Julie, you don't understand. Dr. Oliver and Dr. Pringle and Dr. Sampson are all on the staff of the private hospital, but I can't manage that large a dinner party. Well, then make it a buffet. Dinner parties are so much more elegant. I'm tired of buffets. Everybody's been giving them. Aren't you tired of them?
Well, if your heart is set on the dinner party...
Then I'm right back where I started. Oh, why did Jeff have to go and invite the Olivers? He started this mess because I wasn't going to ask anybody from the hospital staff. Now I have to ask them all. Oh, my husband can be so doggone frustrating. Oh, I'm mad at him today for everything.
Oh, I think you'll get over it. Nina, has he got the specialist report on Reed?
Do you think he'd tell me anything? I told him we're both so anxious to hear, and when would the report come, and do you know what he answered?
What?
When it gets here.
Oh.
And what's more, he's implying it's his business and I can keep my nose out. Oh, he can be so maddening. You know, I'll bet that report will come in and he'll tell Reed and we won't know a thing about it.
Well, that'll be all right with me if it's a good report. Well, let's not think about it anymore. Reed's got some new medicine that stops his dizzy spells in a minute, and he feels very good about that.
But I know you're worried. You act as if everything's okay, but I can tell.
Well, honestly, I'm trying not to worry. Reed seems so well, and I don't want that report to be just hanging over us like a cloud. Now, what other problems are there in this dinner party that have got to be settled right now?
Oh, it'll have to be a buffet. The dinner party's out the window. Well, anyway, tomorrow's the family dinner, and that's just the four of us. Oh.
Special delivery for Dr. Jeff Browning.
Oh, excuse me, Julie. It's the postman. I'll be right back.
Righty.
Special delivery letter from Dr. Bernays. It must be about Reed. Oh, gee, won't Julie be glad? Oh, no, maybe I hadn't better tell her. I don't know what's inside. I'll be right with you, Julie.
In just a moment, we'll return to our story of Hilltop House. And now let's return to our story for a moment. As Julie left Nina's house to go along to Reed's, her cousin ran back and looked at that important letter.
Oh, I wish I could open it. I wonder if I dare.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow to another exciting episode of Hilltop House, written by Addie Richton and Lynn Stone. Julie is played by Jan Miner, and Janice Gilbert is Nina.
Here's a look into the daytime soap opera field from July 16th, 1953, Hilltop House on Classic Radio Theater. And if you enjoy hearing some soap opera stuff, you can find soap opera, dramas, mysteries, comedies, all sorts of great stuff over at RadioMemories.com. Tell my friend Ted over there at RadioMemories.com that I sent you by, and he'll fix you up with some Hilltop House, with some Boston-Blackie, and so many good things. RadioMemories.com, or you can also find Ted by getting in touch with him directly at area code 501-920-6089. That's area code 501-920-6085.
This is Debbie Reynolds. If you've been wondering what you can do to fight communism personally from your own home, there is something you can do. Support Radio Free Europe, the station built and financed by the contributions of the American public to the crusade for freedom. Radio Free Europe is one Cold War operation the communists fear and attack constantly. Support Radio Free Europe. Send your truth dollars to Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
And fight boredom and apathy and you know, just being burned out. Tell friends about Classic Radio Theater. Tell them about our webpage, classicradio.stream, where you can stream our podcasts on demand, or our podcasts are always available anywhere fine podcasts are served. Just search for USA Classic Radio Theater. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thanks for listening. Thank this station. Support the advertisers. And as always, tell a friend that the great radio shows are back. It's the best thing you can do for them. Classic Radio Theater right here on your favorite station and the USA Radio Network.